Like and subscribe! Alright, welcome back to the sequel to my hit video that I'm actually recording this after it officially released Premiere. I want to try out the feature, it did pretty alright, So, first rule of math is that 1 Minecraft damage is 1 Minecraft damage. Now, I know this may be hard for you to understand, children, but in fact, Minecraft and Minecraft are made by the same people and are actually very similar games. So, basically, right, 1 Minecraft damage is 1 Minecraft damage, so unlike the last video, we will not have to do any conversions, thank God. So, also, due to a certain feature to where you can actually transfer Java worlds onto Bedrock, we can use the same armor calculations for both sides. The special armor for both because, as said, they share, you can import the armor from here onto here, and I believe, and yeah, it works the same. So, alright, I'm drawing, going a little more 3D than last time. Gotta give him his shorts and the boots. So, the armor, pretty much all damage reduction. Let's say, so basically, it doesn't actually matter. It's like 99% or whatever, right? That's what I said last video. It's like some infinite decimal between, like, 99 and 100, right? But it's basically, like, let's just say 99 to make it simple. It doesn't matter, though, because basically this is going to come down to which fighting style is better, because they have different styles of combat, and who can beat who has more combat and more damage, right? So, don't even know why I did that. So, let's start with Java, because it'll be basically a recap, right? So, we have sword and axe. So, those are 2 main weapons. That, it works. Okay, so, the sword does 11 damage when fully enchanted, and the axe does 13 damage when fully enchanted. That's just how this works. So obviously we're going to be using the axe, because the way this fighting style works is that you have your little dude, right? You have Steve, as seen in the thumbnail, and you have your axe and a shield, right? And basically you have to hit and then block the next hit with your shield, right? Because there's a cooldown, unlike Bedrock, on this item. This item gets steamy hot, and you have to cool it down with some water. That makes sense. Okay, so Bedrock doesn't have this, as I just said, right? So the damages for items are also different, right? So this will be a very interesting thing to discuss. So the sword does 15.25 damage, and the axe does 14.25 damage because of how sharpness works on Bedrock. And if you see, this number is bigger than this number, and this number is even bigger. So we have a certain one of these guys is just a little stronger than the other damage wise. Now, this is the point where we're gonna have to talk about your combat style of Bedrock, so we can compare the two, right? So the combat style of Bedrock, right? You have Steve here, right? You have your like sword, right? Netherite, whatever, right? And you see, little thing here is you can just, you can infinitely hit. This is, I don't know why I drew it like this, but yeah, I mean, I know why I drew it like it, but I didn't do it well. But yeah, so basically you can attack infinitely, just like the good old days in 1.8, right? You can hit, with all the same items. So there's no disadvantage for Bedrock here. If we were doing 1.8 Java as well, it would just be weaker Bedrock, with one change that doesn't have much bearing on anything, which would be the way the shield works, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going to have to compare and contrast these two styles, right? So let's do something fun and open a new section. Wow, I know, my class is so fun, kids. So let's talk about this with Java advantageous at first, right? So Java, though doing less damage, would take less damage because of the shield, right? The shield is actually, pretty good at deflecting damage, and it's an integral part of this playstyle, right? Because you have to wait, right? So even though you can hit infinitely here, only around like half of the hits you do are going to hurt, right? So that's basically, this playstyle is way more defensive, right? Now let's do this with the Bedrock advantage side. So even though you over here you can block and stuff, over here actually your main playstyle is again just hitting really fast, right? And so that can be a disadvantage, right? Because it's not nearly as defensive. Obviously this is offensive. I'm not gonna do offensive. I'm gonna write attack, right? This is a purely attack based thing. You do have shields, but like the majority of your playing is going to be with the sword. Now, there are 2 ways you could go about this. One is using your shield whenever you get attacked, and then just like, that that playstyle wouldn't be as effective. Now, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's one you could do. The other playstyle is, you see, whenever you're attacked here by your one shot, your one attack from this, which is, I believe, an Axe crit, fully enchanted in Java, does 15 damage, right? Assuming you crit every time. Now that's still less than a normal hit from this without factoring in criticals, right? So, but I'm not even gonna factor in criticals for Bedrock because I think you can see where this video is going. So, and you see, you have your little defensey boy, and the issue is, defensey boy tries to hit you, right? That's terrible. Okay, whatever. Defendy boy tries to hit you, and then you just hit defendy boy. Now, the average clicks per second is 6. So even if you're only getting in 50% of your hits, that's, divided by 2, and that's 3. So you're still getting in 3 hits per second. And you see 15 damage every second. I'm not going to do the decimal, okay? I'll add it in after. 15 times 3 is 45. And then you add in the decimals, and it's 45.75 damage. So, that's these guys. Then we have these guys, right? And at the bottom, we're going to figure out who wins. So, here, for the Java boys, we have, well, this is every second. Every time it hits, it does this much damage. Basically, we got to think about this from the long-term perspective or the short-term perspective of them not having armor. Because either way, with or without armor, it's going to do the same things. The only possible downside I could see for Bedrock would actually be the fact that thorns exist, and so the more you're hitting, the more damage you're taking. But it is almost doesn't matter with netherite, so let's just say they're armorless for the sake of this, right? It wouldn't even more damage would still be done here than here. So, then right, so we figured out this is the amount of damage you do here, and okay, so you get 15. I don't know if you're aware. This is a bigger number. So, my initial thought is, okay, Bedrock, right? Which checks out. Bedrock was going to do better than Fortnite, as I said in my last video. But is there any way Java could come out on top here, right? Let's be a little favorable, because last time in the Fortnite video, I gave Fortnite every advantage. And so, but they still have to be equal, but I still have to give the benefit of the doubt here. So, assuming, right, I'm still going to be assuming that, Bedrock is playing their best, right? So, you have the shield, right? You have the little defensey boys defending. And you see the issue here is, the main issue with this is the amount of damage, right? And so, it's like, okay, well, is there any way to kill this guy faster? And yes, there is. It is called a potion of harming. And I was like, oh, that might be a way. And then I realized they exist in both versions, so you're both dying. You're both dying from that. So let's say no potions. Okay, I believe we found our winner, Minecraft Bedrock. That's perfect. Okay, so Bedrock wins here. Like and sub and bell and follow my Twitter. Thanks for watch. Thank you. Bye bye. Like and subscribe.